Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being part of our Be Relentless webinar series today. We welcome all of you that are joining us from, of course, C21, but also across the industry and also from other parts of the world. I'm sure you might be shocked if you've been watching this webinar series for the past almost 21 days. You might be shocked to see me hosting today's webinar and not seeing Leigh, but you don't need to worry. No, she is not taking the day off. She is actually going to be the presenter today, and she is going to be talking about how to use and leverage the brand new Marketing Center in order to help you maintain and grow your business and stay really visible in the community. And for those of you that joined us in Victoria at our annual 1C21 conference in September, we're super excited because we launched this brand new Marketing Center to bring you a whole bunch of different templates. And she is going to give you a tour around that Marketing Center today. So Leigh, I know our roles are reversed today, but anyways, thank you so much for joining us, and good morning.
Good morning, and thank you for having me. I'm excited to be talking about some of this stuff and getting back to the regular part of business, because I think a lot of people have really missed that. So let's get started this morning and talk about what we've got going on. So the Marketing Center, let me make sure that I've shared my screen with you. Let's share. There we go. So as Chiyoko said, this is something that we launched last September in Victoria, and we know thousands of you log on to create tools to market yourselves and properties in your local community, both through online audience and traditional marketing materials. So today we're going to be talking about the ways to still do both of those things, just modify them a little bit for the current conditions. Just to be clear, I wanted to show you exactly what you're talking about and where to find the Marketing Center. If you log into your Century 21 Google account, click on the waffle next to your picture, then scroll to the bottom of the page. This is the Marketing Center. This is a self-contained place. This is not social media breaks. That's the resource center. This is solely marketing materials. And in order to talk about these different ways to go through this,
Leigh, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
We cannot see your screen.
Let's see. It was showing up as a, let's try this again. And you can't see that.
No.
Share. I've clicked share screen. Does that work?
Yes, that is working. Perfect.
Great.
You are
there
perfect.
We go.
Take it away again. Sorry about that.
No, thank you for letting me know. I'm getting the same look as I was before, so I'm happy to see you, but let's talk about where to find the Marketing Center again. Your Google account, go to the bottom of your screen. In the middle, it says Marketing Center. This is where you want to be. Again, you go to your Google account, scroll to the very bottom, and this is how you will automatically log in with your single sign-on. I thought we'd take a look at 4 of your objectives in building and managing your business and how different resources in the Marketing Center can help you accomplish those goals. Promote yourself, generate and convert leads, maintain relationships, and deliver the gold standard. Of course, many of these tools are relevant to more than one objective. You can also apply them to lots of different things, but I thought if you are focusing on one of these areas of your business, we'd focus on some of the things that you can use in that way right now. Let's start with promoting yourself. As we've heard from a number of our webinar guests over the last few weeks, this may not be the time to overtly promote your services. That said, those experts have also said now is the time to put together some of those items so that you're ready to go when things do start up and pick up again, so that you're not looking to press play and try and catch up with others who have been getting ready for the spring market. So one of the easiest ways to do this is by preparing your self-promotion brochure. This template is in the Marketing Center and prompts you to fill out certain areas to feature your expertise and your customer service success. As you've come to expect, the images and your DBA logo will auto-populate as soon as you load up the brochure, so you don't have to worry about those details. Here's how you access that. You're going to scroll down to the bottom of your screen on the left-hand side where it says self-promotion. This item is the self-promotion brochure. So when you click on that, this is the template that will present itself. You can copy and paste some of your Google reviews or your Real Satisfied reviews from your clients. And then on the right-hand side, you can edit because this is a 4-page brochure, you need to edit each page. So this is the other 2 pages. We've also given you the ability to given you ideas of what to populate in each area. So your awards there, you can get your bio. We've got questions for you in order to help you create it, because sometimes it's really hard to start that from scratch on your own. You're like, I don't even know what to write. When you're finished, you go to the free download. The downloading the PDF is something where you might want to email it to your clients or potential clients so they know a little bit about you. You could also put that on your social media channels. You could download the PDF with crop marks, and that would be very useful if you're going to get it printed at a printer or print it in an office. This will allow you to cut it in the right shapes, and the crop marks are useful for that. There's also the PNG, which is useful for social media as well. If you are an award winner, which I know many of you are, this is another time to promote your award. Even if you've done it before, you may just want to do it again. Different audience this time, people scrolling through at different times on your social media channels. So it's a way to refresh that post. This year we created a specific awards section in the Marketing Center, which is your one-stop shop for all the awards content. We have individual social media slides and different versions. So you can see the image in front has these, this is the Centurion brick. But when you do pick a version, you can choose between a Centurion, Double Centurion, Grand Centurion, as you can see there, that drop-down menu. And then the image of the award and the logo for the award will pop up. For the Masters, we also have the 5 different designations for Masters Awards that will pop up for you. So you can change that. And in that case, the background will change along with the award title. So those are the social media bricks that you can then save and share on your social media channels. You can upload them to Facebook or text them to yourself and share on your Instagram. This year, we also created award videos. They are just shy of a minute long and showcase the value proposition that you and Century 21 bring your market and your clients. The title slide, which you see here, allows you to edit all your awards. So if you want to put in prior year awards, or if you're a multiple Centurion Award winner, you know, from 2012 to 2019, you can put that in. And then the end slide has all of your contact information so that once people watch it, they know how to get in touch with you. When it comes to generating and converting leads, that's something you're constantly doing through both promoting yourself and building relationships. The home valuation brick on an Instagram page might be useful here. It's just a way of putting things out in case there's someone who might be thinking about buying or selling or thinking about selling. We, again, caution the use of tone in your message here. Think conservative and empathetic selling. So that will impact the message, but you can go into the social media off the top bar of the Marketing Center, go into social media, home evaluation brick, social post, and then you'll be able to put your phone number and contact information in, and there's a lovely background there which will catch people's eyes. So you can then, as we mentioned before, you can put it on your Instagram page or your Facebook page. We also, in recent months, have created a brand new section in the Marketing Center. So if it's been a few months since you've logged in here, you'll want to go to where it says additional resources for the Marketing Center. You can find all of it. It's all the listing presentations, buying presentations. They're also available in the Resource Center and the Marketing Center. So if you're looking for them, we also wanted to put them here so that they were easy access. As I mentioned, we've got the listing presentation, the pre-listing presentation, the buying presentation, a printable listing proposal. They are downloadable, customizable. They introduce you, showcase your experience, and it's something that you can send to potential clients. I wanted to walk you through exactly how to find this in the Marketing Center. So again, you're going to go to the Marketing Center homepage, scroll all the way to the bottom where it says additional resources for the Marketing Center. Up at the top, you can also click here to go to the UPS portal for business cards and yard signs. But if you scroll down, I just chose the buyer presentation for this one. It downloads it as a PowerPoint onto your desktop. And then you can click on that. It will open up as an uneditable version. So you just need to go and click Save As, and then you can customize it for yourself and for your clients. What I would recommend doing here, if you find yourself wanting to do something to get yourself ready and you've never accessed these before, go in and create your own template. So on this one particularly, put your photo in, put your name in, fill out all this information so you have your own individual template. So when you get a potential client, you can simply customize the presentation for them, but the majority of the customization for your own template is already done. Again, we've got lots of templates there for you to use. The next part of your business may be what you're focusing your attention on the day-to-day right now, maintaining those relationships that you have built in the past. The home buyers and sellers guides are laid out in the same way that the self-promotion brochure is. It's a templated document that automatically uploads your contact information and is also editable. I can imagine later this year, clients may be willing to take something physically from you, but remember that there's always the downloadable PDF and PNG files, so you can just as easily email the information or share it on social media. You can also get it printed and shipped to your house. These are good, just basic things to have on hand for any time. Just information about yourself, like the self-promotion brochure that you could stock up on. You can, again, create your own personal template of this and either save the file for printing when things get busy again, or, as I said before, have it available to email. We have those client handouts in the same section of the Marketing Center, moving and inspection checklist, a pricing document, another about the power of Century 21. Again, as always, they auto-populate and are downloadable as PDFs, so you can send them to a potential client. We're excited about this one as well, helping you build those relationships. The client announcement posts. We added this within the last couple of months. You may remember we had something called the We Are Selling posts, and it is still there. It's something that you can share and get your clients to share on their social media channels as well. There are 4 different versions available to you. So we've got the We're Selling, We've Moved, Congratulations on your new home, We love our new home. So this might be a time where you want to get a picture of your client and in front of their just sold or newly purchased house and customize the message there. Again, you can download it, you can put it on your Facebook, you can text it to them to share on their social media channels, because a lot of people like to put out announcements about the changes in their family and where they're going next. So this would be a lovely way to do that and provide them with the sort of specialized content, the added bonuses, that your contact information is on the bottom. So it's really a soft way to let people know who you've been working with and for your clients to promote you while also promoting some of the changes in their own lives. All of this stuff that we've talked about so far is a great example of delivering the gold standard. And it's the ongoing support through the buying or selling process that really helps. So here's some of the open house materials. We've talked in the past about the open house kit that's available in the Resource Center with lots of different things for, sign-in sheets and checklists and how to do a virtual open house. But here's how I modified the content in the open house section of the Marketing Center for the current conditions. I simply changed that sign on the left-hand side where it said open house I just changed it to virtual tour online. So if you're scrolling through something, your eye will catch that. You can advertise your Facebook Lives, the address, you can put a picture of the house, and then in the message below the post, you can add a link or more details about the live that you're going to be doing. As always, we've got the usual open house materials, which you can send out to contacts or email to attendees after your virtual tour. So the same old feature sheets, you can do exactly what we've always had in the brochures. So I just thought I'd create this one more time. Go into the feature sheets. For this one, I just picked a 15 photo feature sheet. I went in, you can click edit it for different backgrounds. You can also type in an MLS number. I chose a home in Calgary that I thought would look great on here. So you just press search, you select the property, the photos will override and populate. And then if you decide that you want to change some of the photos, it all gets pulled in. So you can go in and really create a customized piece so that if you want to email that out to a virtual open house attendee, they have all the information there for you. So in this case, I decided to update a few of the different pictures so that it goes through. And then as always, download. You can also print and ship if that's relevant or when that becomes relevant again. And your pieces will be all done. Don't forget, we've got team materials. This is something that we're working to update as well. And it's sort of, I'm excited to say that we're going to be uploading new team materials in coming weeks and months. So keep an eye out for those, but that allows for multiple pictures to be on the same marketing materials and also a team photo or individual agent photos, depending on the structure of your team. And once again, we just want to remind you about the different printing and shipping options from UPS. The ship to me option is now 1 to 2 business days. So it might make sense to have some of those materials that we talked about at the beginning, the self-promo brochure, the home buyer and seller guides, printed and shipped to your house so you can distribute them when it's appropriate. We have suspended the pickup in-store service, but you can also download the items as we have talked about. So on that note, we look forward to answering any of the questions you might have about the Marketing Center or how you can adapt and modify some of the materials for the current conditions. Chiyoko?
Great, thanks, Leigh. That was a great overview. For those people that have questions about the Marketing Center or anything that Leigh has just presented, please put it into the comment section into our page here, but we do have some questions for you. So let's start at the beginning. Leigh, you told us, you showed us how to access the Marketing Center from our Gmail account. Can you access the Marketing Center from the Core 21 platform?
Yes, you can. So you'll just go in and this is where it's a little bit confusing. When you go into Core 21, it will say marketing. That's not the same Marketing Center. I would say the easiest way to get into it is through that Google link though. You may be taken to a separate homepage. I would just, the way I always get into it and I find the smoothest sign in is through Google.
Great, thanks, Leigh. I do know that you actually can, if you scroll down in the menu section of Core 21, you will see something that says Marketing Center, and as Leigh said, it's different than the CRM marketing, so you definitely can access it from Core 21. Leigh, I know that you showed us one of the areas, you know, if we want to create some pieces, we could download it. What is the difference between free download and save?
So save just saves it in like a bank of content, where download will create it as a PDF and download it onto your desktop so that you can either upload it onto a USB stick and take it somewhere. The save is simply in the Marketing Center as a Marketing Center piece. If you want to go and modify it later, you can do that. But if you want to take it somewhere or it's sort of a finalized piece, I would recommend the free download version.
Great. The other question we have here is, you talked a little bit about, you know, sharing the social media pieces through Facebook or texting them and loading them on Instagram. How do I actually share it through directly to my business Facebook page?
You can go, and when you hook up, when it says Facebook, it will walk you through the prompts for that. So when you click on share at the left-hand side of your screen, you'll get the option between Facebook and Instagram. Click on Facebook and it will walk you through exactly how to do that. It's really simple.
Excellent. It's yeah, it's definitely a great seamless process. Someone had put a question here about asking about the mass emailing and how that works. Is it similar to Constant Contact or MailChimp? Can you talk a little bit about, can they send out mass emails from this platform?
You can send an email up to 50 people. But it's not a CRM in the sense that it won't have the unsubscribe or things like that. You'll want to send that to the contacts just individual contacts and people you have individual relationships with. This isn't a mass email platform.
Great. I know that last week we had Jocelyn, who's of course our marketing coordinator, on presenting some of the social media graphics. So she showed some of the new social media pieces to support us during these times, as well as 300 other social media graphics. Are they all housed in this marketing center, or where do I find those?
Those social media graphics are in the resource center. And I know we've got so many places for people at Century 21 to go and find all this stuff. It's hard to figure out what to find where. If you're looking for a brick for Victoria Day or for Mother's Day, that will be in the resource center. The social media stuff in the marketing center is mainly for marketing individual properties.
Excellent, thank you. We do have a question here from Jaswal. He says, do we have any buyer social media content for self-promotion except the buyer's guide?
So what I would do, and what I've done in the past for this, is to go into some of the content, like go into the open house social media brick, and instead of uploading a picture of a house, upload your own picture, because the bottom will come up with your picture and your contact information, and you can create self-promotion materials based on that. We have not yet created an individual self-promotion piece, but there are ways to repurpose some of the stuff that we have, and because of the customization available, you can make those into self-promotion pieces.
Excellent. I know there's, because we get on the webinars, we get people from outside Canada joining us, which of course, welcome. We're always excited to see you online with us. People are wanting to know how they can get access if they live outside Canada. Can people, who gets access to this marketing center?
This is just for Century 21 Canada, but it is through a marketing company called Breakthrough Broker. And so it's not the Century 21 pieces, but they do this for for individual real estate agents as well. So you may want to check them out to see if it might be a good fit for you.
Excellent. We continue to get questions in. So we have another question here about if we have any graphical depiction templates of market conditions.
Yes, and that's something that is in the resource center. So you just type in, you'll go into the social media library in the resource center. Now, the reason this isn't in the marketing center is because those templates are very, we have to put certain things in certain boxes in order for it all to work out. Where with the market conditions, it's such a locally specific thing that you might only want to do house prices or condo prices, or if you work in a specific area of the real estate business, some of the stuff that would be in a template would not make sense for everyone to have. So that is best done through the marketing center. We do have specific Century 21 templates. Again, just go to the resource center, and if you have any problems, feel free to reach out to us, and we can get those ready for you.
Great, the questions are still coming in, so that's good. Samir Khan, he asks, do we have a special Canada Post rate for sending out postcards?
Yes, we do. And if you go into the resource center and search partnerships and Canada Post, if you go into tech and partners, there is some information about Canada Post in there, and they do offer us a special rate.
Thank you. Nancy is asking us if there is a manual or printed materials from which to learn the Resource Center.
There are videos for you to learn the Resource Center. What I would actually recommend doing, because you don't know what you don't know. So until you want to find something, it's hard to figure out how to tell someone to get there when they don't know what they're looking for. So I would just recommend going into the Resource Center, logging in, clicking on the different buttons and playing around, because you will find a number of things there that you didn't know existed. Again, you don't know what you don't know, so you might not realize all the training materials that are in the Resource Center until you click on the Campus 21 button and go through some of those blocks. And I'm sure you'll be very impressed with all the resources available. So that's how I'd actually recommend learning the Resource Center. There are also videos about the Resource Center, some training materials through the concierge program.
And I know, Leigh, our very own Chloe Ernst had a chance to walk us through a tour of the Resource Center. I don't know if it was last week or a couple of weeks, as we all know they're all blurring together. So we do have that specific Facebook Live webinar that is housed on this Facebook page, or of course people can go to the YouTube and look at Century 21 Canada, so they can find that there as well. Since we all have possibly some extra time on our hands, Leigh, if I had about a half an hour of time to spend, and I've never walked into this marketing center before, what would you suggest that I do?
I would click through each category to see what was available, and then I would try just creating marketing pieces by entering the MLS number. So you can type in one of your listings or someone in your office, find that MLS number, type it in, and just practice creating a marketing piece or a social media piece to promote yourself, and then try downloading it or uploading it to your Facebook or texting it to yourself so you can share it on Instagram. You learn the most by doing, and I think that if you had a half hour, I think you'd learn a lot in that half hour about the ways that you could use it moving forward.
Great. So we've got Ann Wolf, that she's sharing some best practices. So thanks, Ann. She says that she's ordered 50 of the spring C21 tulip cards through the UPS. They were delivered to her house in 48 hours. Since we can't go in and pick them up right now, and they are super nice, and she's mailing out about 5 a day to all of her clients. So that's a
great idea.
Real nice touch. And for those people, you can get to the UPS store and look at all the branded Century 21 graphics and materials through the Marketing Center in that additional resource section that Leigh talked about. So that's excellent. We do have a question here from Carolyn. She's asked, the Life at Home newsletter, how do we email this as an interactive attachment to an email?
We have recently made some changes to that, so thank you for asking that, Carolyn. What I would recommend, this is in the Resource Center as well. We've made it available so you can copy and paste it into your email. It's also, if you have a BombBomb account, it is also in BombBomb, so you can send it to your mailing list through that. Those are the two best ways to send out the Life at Home newsletter. And stay tuned, because we're actually in the process this week of creating new ones for May and June. So you'll be able to have content to send out to your sphere of influence then.
Great. Well, everyone has so many good questions. I think that concludes all the questions. Everybody's saying thank you so much for giving them a tour. It's so nice to see everyone online and everyone's saying hello. So continue to do that, because I think part of this is feeling like we are one big C21 family, which we are. So continue to join us on the webinars and continue to pipe in and talk to each other. That's a great thing. You know, thank you very much, Leigh. You gave us a great tour, and we've learned a lot today. So thank you so much for your time. As we move forward to the rest of the week, we've got still some great webinars lined up for us. Tomorrow we have our very own Gary Zalepa. He is back with us. He's with us on Monday. He's back with us tomorrow to give us an economic update. So I know that you'll probably be wanting to hear from him. And then on Friday, I get to have a chance to have a little bit of a fireside chat with Rick Davidson. He used to be the former CEO of Century 21 International. He was with the company for just over 7 years and then so-called retired, but he's gone on to do some amazing things. So we're going to talk a little bit about physical and mental state of mind, specifically as we are going through these challenging times. So Friday is going to actually kick off our second series of 21 webinars that we're going to do throughout moving into May. And we're going to change things up a bit, though. We are going to have themed weeks. So next week is marketing week. The week after that, we're looking at a technology week, then a business development week, and then a business management week. So we're going to have themed weeks, and that content will, of course, revolve around that particular theme. In addition, we are going to have Mastermind Friday, so you can hear from other realtors the amazing things that they are doing in their market, not only to maintain, but to grow their business. So it's always nice to hear from your colleagues on what they are doing and what's working for them in their market. So we appreciate all of those agents and sharing best practices like Anne did today online. It's always great to hear from everybody else. So anyways, we thank you again for joining us. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for Marketing Economic Update with Gary Zalepa. I hope you have a wonderful day and continue to stay safe and healthy. Bye-bye.